This is Mark with All American Health, non-emergency medical transportation. Today, I am going to be your relationship guru. We're talking about building relationships with your non-emergency medical transportation company. And I am your relationship guru. We're actually going to do a series of videos on this talking about relationships, how to build a good relationship. And I know some of you are saying, this is supposed to be a transportation channel. Marcus, what are you talking about? Well, we're going to get into that. The ebook is out. The ebook is available. The ebook is $150. $1 trillion industry, $1 billion worth of revenue, $1 million in profits. Non-emergency medical transportation industry is slowly but surely growing. And you need to be a part of that. My ebook walks you through how to build a non-emergency transportation company from scratch without purchasing a vehicle. And you can do it from your couch. It's a very good ebook, very thorough, it's deep, a lot of rich information. The ebook is currently for sale for $150. That price is going up. It's not going down. Originally on pre-sale it was $50, now it's $150. You're more than welcome to reach out to me on my consulting website if you want more information on the book. I'll send you an invoice and you can pay for the book and I send it over to you. The website is being put together, so you can check that out. So let's discuss building relationships. This is a series. This will be one of a series of videos on building relationships. Building relationships with your transportation company is very similar to being in a personal relationship. If you look at any website, the website that you click on, any random website, whatever you want to click on right now, that website will have its company's name, the services it provides, and then after that, it will ask you for your information. It'll ask you for your name, it'll ask you for your phone number, it'll ask you for your email address, and then it'll ask you for some comments, or it'll have you click on a few things depending on what you're interested in doing. And the reason it does that is because it's trying to get to know you, and it wants you to know it. It wants you to become familiar with who it is, and it wants to become familiar with you. It wants to be able to continually communicate with you. So that's the relationship that you're building with that website. One of the websites I go to on a regular basis every day is ESPN. And I go on ESPN to stay on track and receive updates about sports. The majority of the sports that I pay attention to, football, of course, big football fan, basketball, a little baseball, and hockey. My city has all but one of those. And then we have a basketball team. We have 2 basketball teams in Florida, 2 hockey teams, maybe 2 hockey teams, 2 baseball teams. So, we're all over the place. And 3 football teams, Jacksonville, Tampa, and and then Miami, the Dolphins. But then we have college teams all over the place. So I'm a big sports fan. I'm a graduate of Florida State University, go Noles. So I go on ESPN a lot, especially during football season. The one thing on ESPN, if you actually look at, none of you probably can tell me what ESPN stands for. Okay, ESPN. I believe it stands for Entertainment Sports Programming Network. I could be totally wrong. The reason I don't know what it stands for is because I know what ESPN stands for. It's built a relationship with me, so I don't need to know what the letters stand for. When I type in ESPN, I know what I'm gonna get. It's built a relationship. It's branded itself. ESPN, you think worldwide leader in sports, because it's repeatedly told you that over and over and over again. Your company needs to be the same way. I don't really care about the name of your company. I care what type of relationship you're building with it. It's important when you're connecting your data points that it's consistent and that you're talking about the same exact thing when you're building a relationship. If you're new to the industry, I definitely think that your company name should relate to the services that you're providing. Or you need to make sure that what you're putting on your website, what you're putting on your social media pages, all connect back to the services that you're providing. A lot of information that I give you guys on this channel, you can connect it and relate it to any business out there. It doesn't have to be the non-emergency medical transportation industry. But if you're going to be in the non-emergency medical transportation industry, non-emergency medical transportation should be somewhere in the information that you're submitting. If it's not in your business name, it needs to be on your business profile. If it's not on your business profile, it needs to be your H1 tag on your website. It needs to be on all of your profile pages, somewhere in there, pictures, descriptions, knowledge of the service that you provide. If you provide stretcher transportation, you need to talk about stretcher transportation all day, every day. So it gets to a point where the company that your company name automatically connects to stretcher transport. If your name is Sykes, people have to start associating your company name with the service you provide. Oh, you need stretcher transport, call Sykes. They need to start connecting it. You can't have a name that's disconnected. There's a large company here in the state of Florida. It's actually throughout the country. Multi-billion-dollar company. Okay, it's called AMR. Some of you work for AMR. Some of you have broker contracts through AMR, or a organization affiliated with AMR. AMR stands for American Medical Response. If you're here in the state of Florida and you see an AMR truck, you automatically assume that that's an ambulance. It's branded itself to look that way. Okay, you don't need to know what AMR stands for you to know what it's branded itself to be. It's literally branded itself to be a medical response company in America. Imagine that. But they go by AMR. They don't go by American Medical Response. And the reason they don't need to go by American Medical Response is because AMR is enough, because on all of their information, it says AMR, and then it tells you what services it provides. They have pictures. If you go on their website, it shows you what they do. Your companies need to start doing the same exact thing. Whatever your company does, you need to show what it does online. Display is more important than words, but words are just as, if not as important as display. If display is 1, words are 1A. Telling a person add copy, keywords are still important when you're creating your digital real estate, when you're building your business online. And it's literally building, it's block by block, but all of those blocks have to match. Okay, when you build a house, you don't mix cement and clay. Okay, if you build a brick house, you build a brick house. If you build a cement house, you build a cement house. If you build a clay house, you build a clay house. If you build a wood house, you build a wood house, period. Now you can put on the outside wood panels or clay roof, but the foundation of that house has to be consistent. Your business needs to be the same way when you're building it on each social media platform out there, on each site out there, whether it's Bing, Brave, DuckDuckGo, Facebook, Instagram. All of it needs to say the same and look the same. Whatever your signage is, you need to keep your signage the same way. It needs to be consistent. So here's your nugget. We're at minute 10. When you're in a relationship with somebody, when you meet them, you always what? You want to put your best foot forward. People usually don't find out about your messy situation until later on. You always smile, hey, my name is Mark. I'm an Aries. You know, I drive a nice car. And women, y'all are saying, hey, my name is Trudy. You know, I've had my body done. You know, stupid stuff like that. But your presentation is key. You find out all the nitty-gritty stuff later. Your company needs to be the same way. First step needs to be focus. Boom. I'm in the medical industry, so something in your company name should say medical. Boom. I do wheelchair, stretcher transportation, so something in your company name should lead you to providing some type of transportation services. Now, how you niche that down, you got to find that out in my ebook. But that's your nugget. Your presentation, how you present yourself, is more important than having the most vehicles. You can have 0 vehicles and book transportation for that company over there around the corner that has 20 vehicles. Just call them sub out to work. Upcharge 20%. Something I've been preaching since I started this channel. How you present yourself in your relationship matters. Hopefully this has been helpful.